Hello everybody and welcome back to part 2 of Leonard Dorin versus Raul Balbi. We are picking up in the 7th round as usual. Hopefully you watched the first part of this fight breakdown just to know what we were kind of talking about, and we were going to go on. So 59-50. Oh, they got Balbi ahead on Letterman's card. Interesting. So we've talked about the angles from Dorin, the arm punches he's throwing. We talked about how Balbi is he's doing pretty good uh, uh, in respect to Dorin's pressure. Nice right hand. Now this right hand versus Paul Spadafora, Dorin landed a lot, and I've seen him land it a lot against Emmanuel Augustus. That's another fight I've watched of him recently. And like I said, he doesn't really put his body behind his punches. He just kind of throws arm punches. They are eye-catching punches. They don't do a lot of damage, but they're quick. They land, and that's kind of what's important for him because he's a big output puncher. So he's not waiting on that one punch to get you. Maybe he's waiting on a low blow to get you. Now this is a trick. I don't know if let's see if this was intentional or not. I don't know if this was intentional. I don't know, but let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of fighters, especially if they're on the A side, when they are facing an opponent and the opponent is kind of giving them a rough time or maybe turning the tide, to take away the energy of their opponent, to kind of stop that momentum that their opponent is gaining, they will throw a low blow, they will throw a headbutt, uh, just to take that away from their opponent. So it is a dirty trick if Dorin has done it intentionally, but a lot of A side fighters, they use this trick to kind of keep the momentum going or take away the momentum from their opponent because you're not going to get a point taken away from you for your first foul in boxing. You're going to get like 2 warnings, I think, before the ref thinks about taking a point away. So you can get away with a deliberate headbutt or a deliberate low blow if you play it off well. But it does take something away from your opponent. It does quiet them down for a second. Usually it works like that. You see how now Dorin has picked up his pace, and now Balbi's kind of recovering a little bit, or maybe he's out of his element for a little bit, and now now Dorin is kind of doing more work. So, oh, that was a nice double. Oh, that was a nice reply from Dorin, and see, now Balbi wasn't looking like this before that shot to the testicular area. But yeah, you'll see a lot of tough fighters. Miguel Cotto had a fight with a guy, I forgot his name. The other guy was pretty tough. Miguel Cotto hit him low a couple times, and the guy kind of quieted it down, and then Miguel Cotto, I think, knocked him out. James Toney versus, I forgot, Rahman, I think. He headbutted him a couple times and took away the play from him. So you can turn the tide with some dirty tactics. Oh, that was a nice one too. And you know what I talked about the arm punches from Dorin is he throws quick punches. This one he put a little bit more oomph behind it. And I like how he jabbed, got his head off the center line, and threw that right hand. Very nice. Some fighters, that dirty stuff doesn't work on them. They'll just keep coming, or they'll keep on their game plan. They won't get thrown off. Some fighters, they get thrown off, so it depends. But a lot of level A side fighters, if they feel like they're gonna lose the fight or if they're losing the momentum, they're gonna do something dirty. If their punches don't do the job, just to get back in control, basically. We talk about Dorin, he cuts a lot. I've seen him cut in his other fights, so it's not a big deal for him. Now Balbi's putting in work. Mickey Ward, James Leja, Arturo Gotti, Acelino Freitas. Isn't that Camacho? I thought that was Camacho's hair. It might not be. Mosley, Trinidad, Vargas. Well, Nice start by Balbi, 8th round. So I gotta say, Balbi is handling the pressure from Dorin really good. He is Argentinian. A lot of Argentinian fighters that I've watched, they're super tough, good chins, they hit really hard, and they're just tough fighters to beat. So, taking that he is Argentinian, he's not gonna be easy pushover. He's not gonna fold under pressure. There goes that left uppercut that we talked about in the first part of this video. It was in the second round. He landed, I think, 2 or 3 in a row because Dorin is standing square with that opening in between his gloves. So when you have an opponent like that, you do want to target in between the gloves. You want to go in, and once they try to cover that, you go out. So in and outside, or you go outside then in, like Floyd Mayweather did against Miguel Cotto, who had both hands up. Nice step off to the side by Balbi. I gotta say, I think Balbi's winning this round so far. Dorin looks off his game right now. Nice shots on the inside. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that was nice by Balbi. Let's see if Balbi maybe slows down a bit. I feel like he might. Is that another low blow? Oh, nice body shot. I gotta give this round to Balbi, I think. He's doing most of the work. Dorin isn't looking like he did in the first couple rounds. He's still trying, but Balbi's kind of beating him to the punch right now. That was nice. That was nice. Like I said, Dorin has short arms. He could throw really quick punches and really short punches together. He's using his head right there. He works really good on the inside with those short, quick punches. Nice body shot. Oh, nice jab by Balbi. See Dorin holding the left hand of Balbi. Sorry if you hear people screaming in the back outside. Nice hook by Dorin. Nice hook again. I gotta do a breakdown on Dorin versus Emmanuel Augustus. Even though Augustus was older and more worn out, Dorin had a great game plan to beat a tricky fighter like Augustus, and I think that would be a good thing to learn from, especially if you fight someone that kind of moves around like the Drunken Master. So maybe I'll do a breakdown on that one. Now, another way you can know that if a fighter's out of his game plan is if he keeps looking at the ref. Dorin kind of keeps looking at the ref. So it just means that they're thinking of something outside of their opponent. A dialed-in fighter is just focused on their opponent. A lot of holding right now. Nice right hand. The ref is doing a really good job of breaking them up. But you see what Balbi is doing? So he's not letting Dorin kind of move him back like he did in the first couple rounds. Balbi is meeting Dorin, and he's kind of putting his shoulder down and kind of pushing Dorin back. You'll see it right here. Right there. Let's watch that again. That's another thing you want to do against a pressure fighter, especially when they slow down a bit, is Dorin's trying to pick up momentum and trying to keep pushing Balbi back. Balbi isn't taking anymore. He's meeting him, and he jabs and he puts his shoulder down, and he walks into Dorin and pushes him back. So that's another see that right there. Now this wasn't happening in the first couple rounds, of course. Dorin was the one doing the pushing back. But I'm really liking what Balbi's doing right now by meeting Dorin and not letting him push him back. Right there, he's pushing him back. Oh, I guess not. Let's see how he's walking him back right there. Now this would be a good opportunity for Dorin to do what he did in the first part of the fight, which is step to the side. Oh, that was nice left uppercuts. And go with the right hand. But he seems to have forgotten that move. See, now Balbi's pushing him back. I don't think Dorin can fight that good going backwards. So that's maybe why he's having a hard time right now. Nice, like I said before, nice left uppercut. Balbi's been throwing that since the second round. He's walking him back, make him reset. Nice shots on the inside as Balbi tries to hold. See, that was a quick right hand. He just threw quick right hands. He caught Paul Spadafora a bunch of times with that quick right hand right there. Nice work. Ooh, this might have won him the round actually. So Dorin did show some promise. Balbi Dorin, 48. So he's landing the most punches, but I feel like Balbi in the 8th and 9th round, he looked better. Top lightweights. This would have been a good fight. This guy's Brazilian, I think. He fought, who did he fight? He fought Corrales. Spadafora right there. Castillo. Lazcano. I've never seen this guy fight. I think I've watched him fight. Balbi. Manfredi was really good. If you watch his fight versus, I forgot his name. A guy from Philly. I think Ivan Robinson. Yeah, that's the guy. Ivan Robinson. He beat Arturo Gatti twice, I believe. Ivan Robinson. I really want to see who takes a hold of the fight in the championship rounds. So Letterman has Balbi winning. Like I said, I cheated and I looked at the results before I studied this fight. Dorin did win, so I'm just trying to see why he won. I like doing that sometimes, checking the result before I watch the fight just to see how the fighter kind of made that happen, if it's not a robbery. So we'll see. So Dorin I'll give him the pressure aspect, and he is throwing more punches and landing more punches. He might not look the best, but he is initiating. That's a big thing in scoring, is who's initiating the fight, because it is a fight. Who is initiating? Now Balbi is responding pretty good, but he's not really. He is initiating sometimes, but Dorin is the one moving forward and really trying to press the charge. So here we see Balbi moving forward like that. Now if he kept doing that, what he's doing right now, I think he would have probably won this fight pretty clearly. I don't know. Was that a low blow? Yeah, that was low. Hmm. It's on the belt line. Like, I don't know. Maybe a different angle. Oh, come on. There's one thing you gotta say about this. He is holding his head down. So when another fighter is holding someone's head down and that fighter throws a body shot, you can't put the blame on them, even if they meant to go low, because you are pulling their head down, it forces their shot to get low. So that's something that the ref kind of looks at if you're holding their head down, and I wonder how he's gonna score this. So what started off as a great fight now is turning into a, but he still hasn't taken a point away. See, now he comes out. Now he's really putting the pressure on him. It's uppercuts from Balbi. Whoa. Ooh, Balbi's doing pretty good. Nice right hand from Dorin. It's a hard fight to score, I don't know. That was a nice shot right there. Dirty trick. You hold the lead hand and then you hit them with the other free hand. Or you hold them with one hand, hit them with the free hand. So Dorin is putting in more work. I'd give him that. If you're scoring based on that, he is the one putting in more work, putting in an effort to actually win. Balbi 37, yeah. Oh, it was low. It was the angle. See, it kind of catches the top of his thigh. Yeah. But this one, in this situation right here, you can't put the blame on the guy that punches low because they have their head being pulled down. But I'm surprised the ref didn't really make a hard decision of taking a point away or giving like a strict warning. So it kind of lets you get away with it, and that's what I mean when you could get away with different things depending on the ref in front of you. Some refs would have taken a point or two away already from Dorin. This ref is kind of, that doesn't look good. This ref is being more relaxed about it, so Dorin's kind of getting away with more body shot, with more low blows. That was nice. Let's watch this again. This might be the best part of the whole second part of the fight. Right hand, step around, bang, bang. Misses that one. I guess he said he was stepping on his shoes. So you see what I meant by the low blows, how they kind of took the play away from Balbi a little bit. He's still in there, but it did. I think if the low blows didn't happen, he would have been on the winning side by now. Because right before that low blow happened, he was kind of taking a little bit more control, gaining some momentum. And that's where a good ref comes into play who really judges the low blow and could say, hey, you really meant that one, or that was an accident. That was a headbutt right there by Dorin. Nice work by Dorin. So Dorin is going in nonstop. You got to give him that if you're scoring points. Like right there, he's really going for it. But Balbi isn't backing down. Like he's doing his thing. So it depends on the judge what they like more. That was low. Okay, I'm gonna call this what it is. It's a dirty tacked, dirty by Dorin. The ref, I put the blame on the ref, not on Dorin, because a dirty fighter is gonna be dirty. It's up to the ref to protect the other fighter. He should have taken a point away from him by now. So I guess that's how he won the fight. And you see, after the low blow, that's when he goes really hard. So that's how you know that he means these slow blows. So I'm kind of rooting for Balbi now, even though he lost. He's been the cleaner fighter. And this is something really important for fighters is, are you willing to win the fight? So are you willing to do what you need to do to win the fight? Now, an honest fighter like Balbi, well, you might lose fights if they go like this and the ref isn't paying attention just because you're not doing anything dirty and you're letting the other guy get away with it. So that's kind of the meaning where you got to do anything to win. If Floyd Mayweather's good at that, or was good at that, whenever someone would be in close or something, he'd do something dirty to get him off of him. So you got to be willing to win the fight, and that's the difference between boxing and fighting. Is fighting, you're winning the whole fight, so you're doing whatever it takes to win the fight. Even if the guy's a better boxer than you, you are the one that knows what to do to win the fight. Even if you have to get dirty, but that's kind of the difference between winners and losers, especially in the pro level, championship level. You gotta be ready to win the fight. It sucks that it's like that because it shouldn't be, but fighting is different. It's not a sport. Fighting is fighting. It's not a sport. The sport aspect comes second when there's dirtiness happening in a fight, basically. When you have two clean fighters, then you know who really won just off being a better fighter that night. But when you have a dirty fighter, they're doing whatever it takes. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win the fight. Now Dorin's going to go all out for the 12th round. And then Dorin's trying to close strong. Balbi doesn't know what to do now. I blame the ref in this situation. Dorin's just trying to like bulldoze him back. Like, get back. There's a little dirtiness from Balbi holding the head and throwing the uppercut. Someone's being dirty to you, you gotta be dirty to them. If the ref isn't doing anything, you gotta do something back. Because after that low blow, I think Balbi should have threw a low blow of his own just to let Dorin know that, hey, I'm going to pause this real quick. A really good example of this is Michael Dokes versus Evander Holyfield. Now, Michael Dokes was the older, more seasoned fighter. Holyfield was the younger fighter. It might have been his first fight at heavyweight, actually. In the first couple rounds, Michael Dokes throws some low blows, and Holyfield doesn't really take it like that. He comes back and throws his own and evens the playing field, and it let Dokes know that he's not going to like punk Holyfield, basically. So when someone does something dirty to you, if you don't do something dirty back, they're going to keep doing it. And if the ref isn't paying attention, well, it's going to get even worse. So you have to even the playing field and let your opponent know that I'm not going to take this from you. And it might stop them from throwing low blows, or it might do something else. But you have to assert yourself in the fight. If they're being dirty, punch. You can't just make them quiet down with your punches. You got to do something that they're doing. And Holyfield did that against Michael Dokes very, very well. And that's just where experience comes in and the willingness to win comes in. And that's the hard part about boxing. If you're trying to make it to the high level, is you gotta be willing to deal with this type of stuff. And these type of fighters that are willing to do anything to win. And time. So if the I feel like we started off the first 6 rounds were great, even more exactly the first 5 rounds. It was a clean fight. 6, 7, 8. I think Balbi was starting to really take a little bit more control of the fight. Ninth round, or it was the 8th round, that Dorin started with the low blows to get back in the fight. So Dorin did show that he's more willing to win the fight. Balbi not as much, even though he was fighting really good. But like I said, I put the blame on the ref. Now Letterman has 115 and 112 Balbi. I like the hat that Balbi's wearing. And then Dorin won the fight. So that's boxing for you. I won't call this a robbery. You could put this in the category as a robbery, but I just think it was a dirty fight. He's willing to win the fight. So what started off as a good, clean fight turned into this. I don't know, just there's a lot of fights like this in boxing. I guess that's the thing you can learn from this fight is you gotta even the playing field when someone's being dirty with you. Don't be clean if they're not being clean, especially if the ref isn't gonna step in and do his job. You gotta be the one to take control and protect yourself. With that being said, that's it for today's fight study. I'm not sure which fight I'm gonna do next. I'll think about it and I'll be back with that one. On Monday, I'm gonna be doing a video about the body jab. I said I was gonna do it about game planning, but I had a very good question or comment on one of my last lesson videos, so that will probably be my video for this week. I have a lot to say about that, and I appreciate you guys for watching so much, and thank you, and have a great day. Bye.